So we finished dinner, and then we go to the salita. I remember this conversation very well because I translated for my parents. At that time, they didn't know English very well. So what little I knew, I translated for them. And it was Miss Young, myself, and my mom and dad. And Miss Young sits down and thanks them for a great meal and everything. But she says, the reason why I'm here is because I'm concerned about your kids' education. And my dad, peps up and says, well, are they misbehaving? Are they getting bad grades? What's going on? I said, oh, no. They're good kids. I've had the pleasure of having all four of them. Right now I have Jose in my class, and he's the fourth one. But I'm concerned about their education. And my dad said, well, what do you mean? They go to school Monday through Friday. Yes, Mr. Hernandez, but you move from town to town. There's no stability, no continuity in their education. And my dad said, but they go to school Monday to Friday. De allí no lo sacaba, that was his justification. They go to school. And then you go to Mexico, but they take homework. So my dad was very defensive. And Miss Young, a little bit frustrated. She said, let me see if I can use an example that will help make my point. And my dad said, okay. She says, imagine that you that work in the fields know about this, and maybe you can help me with this problem I'm gonna pose you with, and you tell me what happens. My dad said, I'll try my best. He said, imagine you have 4 fruit trees, baby fruit trees, in macetas or in planters. Okay? My dad said yes. He said, now I want you to make 4 holes, and I want you to plant those 4 fruit trees. And I want you to care for them, que no les falte nada, that they have everything they need. They don't need anything. Plenty of water, plenty of fertilizer. My dad said, see? Then in 4 months, I want you to make 4 other holes over here. And I want you to pluck those trees from the ground, and I want you to put them over here. Que no les falte nada. Make sure they have enough water, enough fertilizer. You take good care of those trees. And then in another 4 months, you do the same thing. Another 4 holes. Pluck them out, put them in there. So what's more, every 4 months, I want you to do that for the life of those trees. You that are an expert in agriculture, tell me what happens to those trees, Mr. Hernandez. My dad se quedó pensando. He says, well, Miss Young, those trees aren't going to die because they have enough water and fertilizer. But I will tell you one thing, Miss Young. He's thinking, hey, soy el sabio, I'm the smart one in here. I will tell you one thing. He says, those trees aren't going to grow because the root's never going to set in. And if they're fruit trees, they're probably not going to give fruit. And then you could sort of count the 1, 2, 3, and then he got it. His face completely changed. He said, oh, is that what you mean? Miss Young said, yes, I think my job's done here. Thank you very much. And con eso le cayó el 20. He realized with that simple example what lifestyle we were living was not conducive to a good education. That year, we still went to Mexico. But an interesting thing happened. On the way back, we didn't stop in LA. We didn't stop in Fresno, Salinas. We came straight to Stockton and started making our home in Stockton. Our future trips to Mexico were 3 weeks long, centered around Christmas vacation. All of a sudden, our education started to get traction. And that's when we started to settle into a groove, into getting a good education.